Human connection has always been an important part of our lives. We need people to learn, grow, and feel supported. For a long time, community was something we built in physical places. We met neighbors on the street, talked with friends at school, or worked beside colleagues in an office. But in recent years, especially after the pandemic, the way we connect has changed. More people now live, work, and communicate online. Because of this, the idea of community is expanding. It is no longer limited to location. It is becoming wider, more flexible, and more global. The future of connection will depend on how we build community remotely and how we keep those connections real. Remote communities appeared more strongly when people were forced to stay home. During that time, many felt lost, isolated, and stressed. Yet they also discovered new kinds of support online. Someone living in a small town could join a large online group where members shared similar hobbies. People who felt shy in real life could express themselves more comfortably through online messages. Students from different countries could learn together in virtual classrooms. These experiences showed that distance does not have to stop connection. In fact, online spaces can create chances that do not exist in local environments. Even with these benefits, remote community is not easy to build. Many online interactions are fast and shallow. We click, like, scroll quickly, and move on to the next thing. These actions are simple, but they do not help us form deep relationships. When online communication becomes too quick, it can feel empty. To build a strong remote community, we need more than quick reactions. We need intention, effort, and a clear purpose. Without these elements, online groups remain weak and temporary. One way to build a better remote community is to encourage participation. Many online platforms are designed for passive behavior. People watch videos, read posts, or listen to someone talk, but they do not interact. A real community needs active members. It needs people who ask questions, share ideas, offer advice, and respond to others. When a group allows members to contribute, it becomes more dynamic and meaningful. For example, an online language community becomes stronger when learners help each other with pronunciation, grammar, or vocabulary. When people feel included, they stay longer and care more. Another important factor is depth. Online communication often focuses on speed. We send short messages, emojis, or simple comments. While this is convenient, it does not create strong bonds. Deep connection requires time and attention. It requires conversations where people can explain their thoughts, tell stories, and show emotions. Small video calls or voice messages are helpful because they feel more personal. Hearing someone's voice makes the interaction more natural and warm. When members of a community take time to talk deeply, trust develops. Empathy is also necessary in remote communities. In face-to-face conversations, we can understand others through body language and tone of voice. Online, many of these signals disappear, which makes misunderstanding easier. A short message can look rude even when the writer did not intend it that way. A slow reply can feel like rejection, even when someone is simply busy. That is why digital empathy is important. It means reading messages carefully, asking for clarification, and being patient. It also means reacting politely, showing appreciation, and remembering there is a real person behind the screen. Communities that practice empathy become safer and more welcoming. Remote communities also require balance. Today, it is very easy to join many online groups. At first, this feels fun, but it can quickly become tiring. When you belong to too many groups, you cannot give enough attention to all of them. Strong community does not come from the number of groups, but from the depth of involvement. It is better to join a few communities where you can participate meaningfully instead of joining many groups and staying silent in all of them. When you choose carefully, your connections become stronger and more satisfying. Setting boundaries is another challenge. Because remote communication often happens on the same device we use for work and entertainment, personal life can become mixed with professional life. Messages arrive at all hours. Notifications appear during meals, rest time, or family time. Without boundaries, connection becomes constant and exhausting. Healthy communities should respect members' time. They should not expect immediate replies. People should feel comfortable turning off notifications or taking breaks. When boundaries are respected, members feel more energy and motivation to join discussions. Technology will continue to shape the future of remote communities. New tools such as virtual reality may create environments where people can meet as if they are in the same room. Advanced translation tools will allow international groups to communicate easily. Artificial intelligence may help organize events, summarize discussions, or provide learning support. These technologies can make remote communities more inclusive and effective. But they also raise questions. Will people prefer virtual spaces more than real ones? Will technology make communication easier but also less personal? These questions remind us that technology should support human connection, not replace it. For many people, the ideal future is hybrid. Hybrid communities combine online and offline interaction in a balanced way. For example, a remote work team may meet online daily, but gather in person once or twice a year. A global hobby group may hold virtual events regularly but encourage local meetups when possible. Hybrid communities recognize that technology helps us stay connected, but physical presence still provides a deeper emotional experience. When the two methods work together, connection becomes stronger and more complete. Purpose is the heart of every successful community. People join and stay in a group when they understand its mission. A remote community without purpose will not last. Members will lose interest and leave. But a community built around a clear goal, such as fitness, learning, personal growth, or mental well-being, gives members direction. Purpose encourages participation, motivates action, and strengthens unity. When people feel they are working towards something meaningful, they become more committed. Leadership also plays an important role. A remote community needs someone or a group of people to guide it. Good leaders create a positive environment. They welcome new members, encourage participation, and make sure discussions remain respectful. They also help manage conflicts and keep the group focused on its purpose. Leadership in remote spaces is not about power. It is about supporting members and helping the community grow. Finally, the future of remote connection depends on individuals. Each member has the ability to shape the community. We can choose to be active instead of silent. We can choose to listen carefully, speak kindly, and offer support. Strong communities are built through small, consistent actions. When many people bring positive energy, the community becomes stronger than the technology it uses. The future of connection will not be limited by physical distance. It will be defined by intention, empathy, and shared purpose. Remote communities allow us to meet people from different cultures, learn new ideas, and support each other in new ways. If we communicate with care and use technology wisely, remote connection can make life richer, more meaningful, and more inclusive. In this future, connection becomes a choice to show up, to contribute, and to build something with others, even from far away.